receiving all your emails and all your comments, I realized that I definitely need to make an update about how I feel myself now, keep up with giving you some tips and with more information which I'm still digging and learning about our condition, about DP, GR, anxiety. It seems like we know it all already, and I'm sure lots of you read lots of books and lots of information on the internet and forums to try and get out of this horrible disorder, but still there are lots of things to remind yourself and lots of things to learn again and again, whether you think you still know quite a lot. So if you're curious about how I'm doing, I'm gonna say that I'm doing like every person. There are times when I feel worse, there are times when I feel better, and it's not necessarily because of DPDR, which I do not have anymore, and I never snap back, thanks God, hopefully it's never gonna happen. But I'm still battling anxiety, and it's not so bad, but still I do have some waves of panic, and especially when I'm training, I think, and that's gonna be another topic of my research, because when I'm training, especially with the weights, I think it's affecting my nervous system, and I don't know why people saying that sport really good for you, because I can say that my nervous system handling sport quite badly, though it's one of my massive hobbies, so I cannot refuse from it, and I think it really disturbs me a lot. So if only I could stop doing that so intense, I probably will be able to get rid of anxiety much faster, but I think I'm prolonging this thing. Though it also do not depend entirely on my fitness journey. Obviously, I'm having some different problems which were probably the root of my panic attacks in the beginning, when I developed DPDR after all these panic attacks. And I think I had issues for a long time, because you know, you never really think so deeply about it before something horrible like DP or panic attacks starts and just ruins your life. I want to encourage you to understand that your thinking and your beliefs lie between the event and your ultimate feelings. So your thoughts, beliefs, and the meaning that you give to an event, that's what producing your response. Because when you're judging your feelings, when you're judging your sensations and the world around you while you having this anxiety, you giving the wrong response to the situation, and that's keeping you being so miserable, and this miserable circle is still continues for you again and again and again every day. The more positive you think about what's going to happen, the more proper connections of your neurons in your brain you're producing. That's it sounds very funny, because people thinking that, you know, just basically the positive thinking is not going to change anything, this is just rubbish, but it's not. And that's exactly how you have to get the skills of being positive. It's hard, you may say it's hard, how can I be positive because I feel this and I feel that? No, you can't. I mean, in a way, like, you can't be obviously happy, but there is a difference between feeling the pain and exaggerating the pain, and you exaggerating the pain. If you can imagine having pain anywhere, like your leg is in pain, and you're just feeling it, and it makes your life miserable for a while it's healing, and then again, if you start to give the reaction to it, and you start to think, oh my god, I'm in pain, I can't stand it anymore, it's just, I'm so miserable, it's so painful, and then you just, you know, making yourself more and more anxious, and that's exactly what you do with all the sensations and feelings. So you have to just to feel what you're feeling and doing your thing. Whatever you're doing, going for a walk with the dog, making homework with the kid, it's not like you ignoring it, but you accepting that you have it, and you are not trying to exaggerate what you are having in the moment. So you give yourself a chance to rest. You can't imagine that basically that's the moment of your rest, when you are not making a huge problem out of it. Whether it is a problem, it does seem like a problem, but even now, when I'm having my anxiety moment or wave of panic about anything, I just stop myself. Straight away, for a moment, I just stop myself and I'm just saying, what is the point of making an elephant out of a fly? Because, okay, I do have this problem. I can't do anything with it just now. And if I'm going to moan about it, it's just gonna explode my brain. I have to stop it. I can't change it with complaining. And that's what you need to do. You need to stop exaggerating the situation. You know what's around you. Your cognitive abilities are still there. Nothing changed. You're not mad. You didn't become stupid, or you obviously understand what is around you, and you can't judge it the way it is, like a normal person. So the rest of the story, when you think it's probably not the reality, and it feels very real, but what you need to do is you need to just tell yourself all the time, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. That's just a symptom of my illness. And each time you look in the mirror and you do not recognize yourself, what you have to do? You have to look in the mirror and say, I'm fine. That's me. I know that. And it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna recognize myself later on. And not like you're looking at yourself in the mirror and, oh my God, it's not me. Who is there? I'm so scared. Why do I feel this? Why do I feel that? I know it's hard, and it's easy to say now. And I can say that I hardly can remember this awful and tremendous pain which I had, because it really goes away. And the only thing which you still have is like a trauma, which I do experience, is like I can't let go the fact that I had this experience. And I would love to erase it from my memory, but I can't at the moment. So I'm working on it, at least not to erase it. I don't think that if, for example, you've been raped, you can erase it, no. But you can leave it somewhere on the background. So it's not gonna be the main fact of your life, because this illness is not me. It's just something that happened to me along with all the other things that did happen. And the more you let go the whole story, the more calm you become. But again, we're talking about only DPDR at the moment, and anxiety is a bit different thing, because even not having these two symptoms, I mean DPDR, there are times when I feel miserable anyway, just because of this anxiety. And I can explain is exactly the wrong reaction to things, which I was giving even before DPDR. I mentioned it. Is when people are being rude to you and you overreacting, getting upset, making decisions about what happened against yourself. You are not thinking that someone was mean to me because he was in a bad mood. He's just mean generally, or any other logical reasons. Mostly what we think, oh, it's just me, my bad luck, or I'm so slow in giving back the proper reaction. I didn't find the right words to fight that person, to put him back on his place. And we're constantly thinking of it, and that's what keeping us in this anxious state as well. And there are lots of situations like that, whether it's financial thing, your family thing. You have to change your attitude, your perception of things bit by bit. And I'm talking about it not only in a way of the PDR, but generally I'm talking to everyone. So only when you can stop all this, or gradually, thing by thing, you will find the peace. People asking me a lot again about how the process of recovery was happening. And again, I don't remember what I was saying in my previous videos, but as I said, it's in layers. It's slowly you start to feel something. First was the negative side of my life, so I started to feel bad emotions, and then later on something else replaced it. For example, I started to listen to music, and I can say that even when I didn't have DPDR, in the very end, my emotional state was very fragile. I had massive mood swings, and I can't say I was really happy. I can't say I was interested in my old hobbies, whether I had a few of them. I was drawing and singing and, many things. And I was not interested, even when I didn't have DPDR. So I still had some blocked feelings. And I can say I could feel love and I could feel excitement, but I was very upset about not being interested in drawing. For again, as an example, because before I was very artistic, and that was my life, that was my world. I was hiding there from everything and just enjoyed it. And then I thought, how is it possible that I've lost it? Because it was really strange when lots of things came back, and you do not have this glass between you and the world, and you know who you are. Everything like it used to be before. So, my name is Marina, and I'm this and that. So that's my hands, that's my arms, that's my face. You know, I was even looking in the mirror a few times and checking my face expression. I really enjoyed it because I realized, oh, that's me. That's connection. That's wonderful connection between me and my reflection. God, that's also the moment of happiness. But I've lost lots of other things, and they came back to me absolutely. So now I can say I'm interested in many things, like I used to be, and even more. But it came back in the very end, and you have to work on it. So you have to do things even when you don't want it. I know you've heard it many times, and it's really difficult to force yourself, but you have to. And as I said lots of times before, it's really hard to be distracted if it's something very usual. So try to find something different. Like another example, if you have a dog, and try to find a new group of people who walking with the dogs on a meeting. They having meetings in a park, and find out something new about new people, meet someone else, engage with the world by doing something different sports action, whatever, but it's supposed something new, because doing the same routine makes you feel bored. You're not excited about it. I know that you can say like, I'm not excited about anything, but you can wake up this excitement if you will try something else. And again, just a quick reminder that if you cannot cope, because I remember myself how it used to be, I couldn't cope without the medication. I tried my best, and I came to the point when I left my body completely. I was just a ball of energy. I didn't feel my arms, my legs, my head. Like I left my body totally and utterly. It was just, I felt like a ghost. So I don't want you to come to this level when it's really hard to come back. Um, so if you have an opportunity to try medication and you have a family next to you, so at least you have some comfortable zone where you know that someone can look after you while you're trying it for like 2 weeks, so you can test it and find out how you feel. It really helps a lot to calm down. And then you can start doing something to distract yourself and start your recovery way or your recovery journey. And I can say that there are a few people who I was helping, and they tried the medication, and now they're saying that they're nearly out, not due to medication, but due to having a chance to do something, because while they were very anxious, they couldn't do anything. And I think you should try if you never tried it before, or at least try to change a few, because I changed a few. A few of them didn't help me, even made it worse. But again, like, you can see the difference in 2-3 weeks, so you may see how it affects you.